Yo, 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 yo. Yeah. It's your boy Miles Cunningham. I'm here with Ed Farr, Ed Zone. What's going on with you, boy?
I'm good, man. Every day's a blessing, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man.
Sir.
Every day, like you said, every day above ground is a beautiful thing, man. It's
Yes,
another
sir.
chance for us to get it together and
Yep.
and go at it again and change whatever we feel ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
do
right.
over what we didn't do right yesterday. You feel me? Keep it
Exactly,
moving,
exactly.
man. But today, man, what we're gonna talk about is we got to remember that women are not better than us, okay? And no matter how beautiful they look, no matter what they say and how they say it, they are not better than us. We have to remember who's in the leadership position. We got to remember who comes first. We got
Right.
to remember that the word alpha male is not a catchphrase. You understand? A lot of niggas don't know. If you look up the Latin, alpha means first.
Right.
Alpha means first. That's all it means. It means that you think of yourself first, meaning that you think of yourself, what you want, your goals, and anything that you're trying to achieve. You think of that first. That comes first. You
Yep.
understand? And
It's
a
the
lot, a
ancient
lot, a lot
Greek.
of people, a lot of people don't realize that there's nothing selfish about being alpha. There's nothing
Mm.
selfish about putting yourself first. You understand? Because the truth is that unless you are okay, how can you be a blessing to others? You understand?
Facts.
Unless you are in a position of power, how can you be powerful for others? You get what I'm saying? So putting
Right.
yourself first is essential. All right. But you know what I'm saying? As it goes, I'm gonna let my man Ed get into it and talk about the thing.
First of all, just things that I've been seeing and hearing lately, I am shocked and appalled. Shout out to the chat, but I'm shocked and appalled at the language that I've been hearing a lot of guys use lately, right? Your language betrays your mindset, whether it's good or bad, positive or negative, right? So you hear a lot of guys out here talking about my girlfriend is my better half, my wife is my better half, right? Oh, she's bad, she's a bad bitch. Oh, I can't talk to her, she only messes with ballers. Oh no, she's out of my league. Oh, I got lucky last night. All that stuff, all that mentality that a lot of guys have ingrained and entrenched in their soul reeks of the mindset that women are better than you, right?
Mm,
Why do you think that the average modern woman has zero respect for the average modern man? She basically looks at him as dog shit underneath her shoe. That's why when a lot of guys do muster up the courage to approach a woman and say, "Hi, my name is Daryl," or something like that, she's brushing you off. She's ignoring you. She starts walking faster. She immediately says, "I have a boyfriend," or "I'm not interested," and all that stuff, right? Because
right.
you're already approaching her with the mindset that you have to prove yourself to her, that you have to impress her, that you have to make her like you. And why is all of that? Because you think she's better than you. The average man
Mm,
literally thinks that women are better than him. That's why he looks at women as a source of happiness, because he's like, this special woman, by giving me her number, is making me happy. These dudes place so much importance in the existence of women that a woman literally saying yes or no to him can change his whole mood for the rest of the day. A
right.
woman giving him her phone number can literally make him happy and put a smile on his face. A woman
Mm,
saying, no, no, thank you, I'm not interested, can literally ruin his mood for the rest of the day. And now he doesn't want to talk to women for the rest of the month. And then he'll call you and Locario up saying, oh, yeah, I spoke to 2 to 5 women last week when he actually spoke to none. You understand? Because of that one woman who rejected him last month. So now
right.
he got to take time to heal. Like Jada Pinkett talk about, she out here healing people. Now he got to now he got to take time to heal because of that burn that she put on his soul, right? Women are not better than you. In fact, deep down, a lot of women think we're better than them, which is why so many of them try to imitate us.
Right.
A
They
lot of
know
them
it.
use the language that we use, right? So let's look. Take a look at the word simp. Simp is a man word, right? You
Mm,
got Mr. 1950 hours says there's vaginal words and all that. There's certain words that are man words.
mm,
Inappropriate is a vaginal word. Shout out to Patrice O'Neill. Simp is a man word. That's a word that men usually use. I see women on social media using the word simp all the time now, right?
mm,
Because they
mm.
like to imitate what we do. You know, we're like the cool kid that they want to be like. right?
Right.
So
Right.
deep down, a lot of women think they're better than us. So when you have women out here who think inherently that a man is supposed to be better than her, which is why they always look to men to guide them out of dangerous and stressful situations. When you're walking up to her, looking up to her on a pedestal, thinking that you got to prove yourself to her and that she has to bless you with her presence, she's looking at you like a cockroach. She's like, this is a man. He's supposed to be better than me. I'm supposed to be looking to him for guidance and upgrading.
Right.
And he's looking to me. I'm looking for guidance myself. So now it becomes the blind leading the blind. She's looking for guidance, whether she wants to admit it or not. Her actions show she's looking for guidance. And now you're looking to her for guidance on how you should act and where you should go for the first date and what you should do and how you should speak and what type of opinions you should have.
Right.
Women are not better than you. Ingrain that in your soul. Too many guys out here think that, whether the guys want to admit it or not, because a lot of them are like, oh, no, I know these chicks ain't all important, they ain't special, but your actions show that you think women are special. You know why? Because number one, you're afraid of rejection. Number two, you're afraid to lose a chick. So because you're afraid to lose a chick, you're scared to tell her exactly what you want from her, even though she already knows. So you're scared to be direct and say, hey, girl, I want to put you on the plate and lick you up and down and slather you and give you all types of seizures and all that stuff until you're not even speaking English no more. Instead of saying stuff like that to her, you're like, where do you want to go? I know a nice taco place. Do you want to go there? And then you leave it up to her by asking her, does she want to go there or where does she want to go? Right? Because you're scared to lose this woman and she's your main source of happiness, because for some reason you can't find happiness in yourself, right? You're asking her all these questions and you're putting her in a position of power to say yes or no to you and yes or no to your happiness. Women are not better than you. And it's as simple as that.
Facts. Yeah. And you know, it's really, I mean, look, I can understand how we make mistakes. I can understand how we sometimes can go astray. Because look, bottom line is women are fucking beautiful, man. Let's be clear. Let's take a second to appreciate bitches. You feel me?
No doubt. There we go. I was going to ask you to play the applause. Yeah.
I mean, let's be clear. Like, they're the reason why we talking. Let's understand this. Like, they are the reason why we're talking. They're the reason why dudes listen to game. They're the reason why when young dudes hear older dudes talking about male-female relations, they listen up very intently. You understand what I'm saying? Like, women are the reasons why, cats want to hear what Ed Zone got to say. Cats want to hear what Miles Cunningham got to say. Cats want to hear what Mr. Lucario has to say. You understand? Let's take a second to understand that, yes, women are beautiful. Women are inspirational. Women are a big, huge part of the reason why life is a beautiful thing. You understand? Spending time with a nice female who's into you, who you're into, who respects you, who sees things the way you see it and wants to be a part of your situation to enhance your experience. That is a beautiful thing. So I don't ever want anybody to look at anything that we saying and act like women ain't, like, I know from time to time I might say women ain't shit, but there's a whole other explanation to that phrase. That phrase doesn't stand alone, because that's not true. Women are very important. Women are beautiful. Women are inspirational. Women are the reason why we talk about this shit every day. However, they're the subsequence, not the consequence. You understand what I'm saying? They are the reason after the fact, because we can't recognize and understand a woman's beauty until we find that beauty in ourselves.
Right.
That's the real truth of it all. The reason why we can understand what something else is only when we understand what we are. And that's why we get women so wrong all the time. That's exactly why we get women wrong all the time. So the phrase women are not better than us, it's really to bring us back to the truth that we can't even judge what a woman is truthfully and effectively until we can figure out what the hell we are first.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And what I mean when I say figure out what the hell we are, I mean figure out our identity, figure out our strength, figure out our reason why. Mm-hmm. What's your reason, bro? What's your reason to do anything that you do in your life? What's your reason to go talk to a female? Mm-hmm. You dudes don't even understand that shit. You dudes think, oh well, you know, she's cute. I wanna get with her. I wanna have sex with her. You see, what you don't understand is that before there was all of this technology, condoms and dating, and before there were even Netflix and chill, there was the process of procreation. You understand? And when a man figured out that after he stuck his dick in a female and let the juice flow out, that he would actually be creating another generation, he had to come back and realize, wait a second, what am I doing with who I am? Because before I can effectively create another effective generation, before I could create another productive generation, what do I have to do? I have to be effective and productive right now. So when the next generation comes, I have something to offer them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
right.
That's why it's so important for the shit to start with us. That's why it's so important for us to recognize the beauty in ourselves as men, as masculine leaders, protectors, warriors, providers, yes, and fucking masters of game. So we can have something to say to a woman. Then when we have something to say to a woman, she can be a part of our vision. And then when we impregnate that woman, she can help us to bring forth the next generation that's going to be effective and productive to make this whole thing work. Y'all think we just talk about this shit just so we could get pussy? This is taking a stance in the present so the future can actually have a fucking future. That's what y'all niggas don't understand. That's what y'all don't understand, that how deep this shit is, how serious it is, that every decision that you make for the present has an effect on the future. Every time you say hello to a female, you are presenting the possibility of procreation and a whole nother generation of people. So this is why you can't look. You know, a lot of times as men, we look at the younger generations of men and we're like, yo, what's up with these cats? Why are these cats running around wearing dresses and wearing nail polish?
Miles, let me just jump in real quick on that. No, because I'm so glad you brought that up, because I've been going in like on social media like about that same topic, because I'm sick and tired of like baby boomers and all that. Like talking shit about millennials and Generation X and all that. Like, how are you going to criticize the generations that you raised? If they're soft and entitled, that's because you raised them. How are you going to criticize the result of your upbringing?
Right.
Of your parenting and grandparents and all that. That's your work right there in action. You're seeing the tangible results of your work. So when you criticize them, you're criticizing you, because you did that. Exactly. You raised the millennials. You raised Generation X. That you raised Generation Z. That's all you, right? Exactly. And what you say. Listen, I love women, yo. Women are gorgeous. Women, like, there's nothing like being around feminine energy, especially after a hard day's work and dealing with some bullshit at the job or some bullshit on the street or whatever. Coming home to that soothing energy, that is like a priceless solve. You know what I mean? A priceless bomb.
Facts.
Now, when it comes to women, right? Women are a perk, right? They're a perk. They're not the prize. That's not putting women down, right? Everything I say is not to put women down. It's simply to remind men that women are not better than you. You know, women are not the special thing that you should be aspiring to in life. Having women doesn't dictate your worth as a man, right? So women are the perk and the result of the hard work that you put in yourself as a man. Because the average dude nowadays, because we don't have rites of passage anymore, because most fathers ain't really doing their job and teaching their sons what they should be teaching them, right? A lot of dudes see the responsibility of being a man, which is a huge responsibility, and they shy away from it, right? So they look for different things to take solace and comfort in: video games, weed, junk food, Netflix, YouTube, women, right? All their happiness and all that is based on all these things outside of themselves.
Right.
That's why you and Miles and Miles. That's why you, Lucario, Steve the Dean, all you guys from Real Game No Theory, or like you, the Game Kings, right? That's why you constantly talk about the game is about you. The truth is inside you, right? The truth is in you, right? Because the game is really about you. When you are fully 1000% comfortable in who you are, in your ability to lead, in your ability to make decisions quickly on the fly, right? And your ability to adapt to new situations, and your ability to be assertive when it's necessary and aggressive when it's necessary, regardless of how people feel about it, right? Regardless of people want to call you an asshole or mean or harsh or all that stuff. You don't give a shit about that, because at the end of the day, you're looking at what it's all about. And what it's all about is you fulfilling whatever agenda or goal or objective it is that you want to fulfill, right? And when you fully understand that as a man, we literally have an enormous power to destroy and to create. When you really understand how powerful and special it is to be a man, you will never pedestalize a woman ever again. You won't care how big her butt is, how big her breasts are, how cute she is, how much she look like an Instagram model and all that stuff. You will never, you can appreciate her beauty, but you will never make her beauty the center of your existence. You will never make her beauty a prize to you, because at the end of the day, beauty is nice to look at, but it is intangible. It's not really doing nothing for you besides you looking at it. Is it putting money in your pocket? Is it putting money in your bank? Right? Is it buying stocks for you? Is it creating a business for you? Is it taking you on vacations and all that? What is beauty doing for you? Is it putting food in your stomach?
Right.
Or is it just something for you to look at and gawk at all day and expel energy over? What is beauty really doing for you? Right? Beauty is valuable when you make it valuable. When you add that value to beauty, that's when beauty really becomes something solid, tangible, and worthwhile. Yes, beauty is nice, beauty is lovely, but how are you making it worthwhile to you? That's why the game goes back to you. When you think that women are better than you, which a lot of modern men do, right? By saying, oh, my wife is my better half, my girl is my better half. I'm the boss with my wife's permission. I've heard stuff like that, right? Late and even when you had that, they had this thing going around social. Cue the laughter. Yeah, they got this thing going around social media where a father's giving his teenage son dating advice, and he's like, "Remember, son, she's the boss. You're lucky to be in her presence," and all that foolishness, setting his own son up for failure. Right?
Right.
When you have all these dudes with this mentality, and then they go out in the world and it smacks them in the face over and over again, like, "Hey, what you're doing is wrong." That's when you get angry. That's when you get a bunch of angry dudes. That's when you get a sea of these red pill guys, right? That's when you get a sea of these MGTOW and black pill guys and all that, because the illusions that they built up for so long that women are the key to their happiness are shattered when they run into, because they never took the time to work on themselves. They run into women who are not really feeling them. They run into women who reject them. They run into women who leave them, who cheat on them, all that stuff. And that shatters their illusion that women are sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Right.
And now all of a sudden they got to start back from the drawing board, where if they had approached things realistically from the beginning and understood that men, we have our purpose, women have their purpose, we are puzzle pieces that fit together seamlessly, right? And that the relationship between us is meant to be a dance and not a war. Once they understand that, and once they really act on that and approach the world from that, whatever happens with a woman, good or bad, will not affect their mood, right? Whether a woman compliments them or whether a woman rejects them, or rejects, right? Or whether a woman says no to them, right? It's not going to affect their mentality. It's not going to affect their mood, because they understand that she is outside of you. As long as you're solid within yourself, nothing she says or do can ever shake you, right? And that's really the root of a lot of dudes' fear of women telling them no and all that stuff, because they feel that they need to have a woman's presence in their life, right? They feel that they need to have women in order to validate themselves as a man, because deep down they think women are better than them. That is why they change their opinions depending on if women are around them or not. You literally have dudes out here who are completely different around their male friends than they are around women, right? When a woman enters the room, they stop talking, or they start whispering to their boys. Oh yeah, they literally change who they are. When they're on a date, they ask the safest questions. Deep in his mind, he knows what he wants from her. He knows he wants some naked wrestling from her, multiple rounds of naked wrestling with this chick. But instead of saying that, he's asking her about her job. He's asking her where she grew up. He's asking her all this stuff that has nothing to do with what he wants.
Right.
Because he's scared to, one, offend her, two, to lose her. because she's the only chick who gave him the time of day the past 2 months. So he wants to hold on to her for dear life, because in his mind, women are better than him. And that's just not the case, man. Just, you got it. You have to understand how special you are as a guy, because we're all unique, right? There's no other copy of us on this planet. Like, you've said that, Steve the Dean has said that, a lot of people have said this a million times. There is no one else like us. That alone makes you special. But as a man, you still have to have accomplishments, not to impress women, but for yourself, right? So that you can have a life that's worthwhile, to make your ancestors proud and make your descendants proud to come from you, right? So when you really think like that and approach every move strategically, and approach every move as if this move is going to be the stepping stone for the next 5-10 years of my life, when you think like that, you don't have time to pedestalize women and look at bad bitches as if they were a separate species and something that you got to prove yourself to. That will never happen. That's laughable to you. You're not gonna be like, oh man, yeah, she flaked on me, but she bad, Locario. She bad, Miles. She the baddest chick I've seen in a minute, man. Like, she looked like Malika Terry. You know, for those of you who don't know who Malika Terry is,
stop playing. You follow Malika Terry? My nigga. Of course I follow Malika Terry, man. Stop. Yo, if y'all niggas see, that's what I'm trying. See, and that's what I'm saying. Because bitches are beautiful, bro. Malika Terry is an example. She's an example of something beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful. But again, these females are just icing on the cake. You understand what I'm saying? These females are just icing on the cake, bro. The real cake is the work that you put into yourself. I say this all the time. The best way to invest, if you want to invest into a woman, invest in yourself.
Yeah.
You see, I saw somebody put it in the chat. They said, "Happy wife, happy life" is BS. See, the thing with that phrase that a lot of people get wrong is that a wife or a woman in general is only truly happy when she's hanging out with a man that knows exactly what he wants.
1,000,000,000%.
Because here's what it is, which I don't understand. When a man knows who he is and what he wants, there's a level of security that comes with that. Because when a man knows who he is and what he wants, he will go after it in a strategic manner, which and almost pretty much nothing can stand in his way. Like, if you ever seen that speech or that in that interview when Will Smith was talking, and he was like, "Yo, if I choose to if I say that I'm gonna get on this treadmill with you, it's only two things. Either I'm going to die or I'm going to win. It's only two of those things." When a woman hear a man talking like that, it puts her in a safe space mentally and spiritually, because she's like, yo, this man has a precisely clear vision of what he wants. And she can either get with it or not. But the fact is that it's very clear cut.
Right.
You understand? Right. The reason why a woman goes crazy when she's left to her own faculties is because you can't depend on emotions. Mm-hmm. You understand? You can't, because emotions change as the weather changes. Emotions change as the environment changes. I mean, my nigga, you go outside right now, it's 20 degrees colder than it was a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. Things are always changing in this world. Every 4 years, we get a new president. Every couple of years, we get a new mayor. Every couple of years, we got inflation. Money changes. Everything changes, right? But when a woman can find a man that has a clear vision of his path and his future, it does something to her that nothing else on this earth can ever do.
It's a sigh of relief.
Yes.
A huge sigh of relief, yeah.
And then she can say to herself, I'm with a man that has a vision of his future. And then she can say to herself, do I see myself being a part of that future? If the answer is yes, then she's with you for life, bro. That's what y'all niggas don't understand. I'm not married, and a lot of niggas wonder how I've been with the same woman for 18 years. Mm. And I looked at my girl a long time ago. Yeah. And I said, you're looking at a success. Mm. I don't care what you see. You're looking at a successful man. Now, you can either continue to fuck with me or not. Either way, I'm going.
Right.
Either way, I'm moving up the ladder. Either way, every year my bank account gonna get bigger. Every year I'm gonna get better. Every year I'm gonna have more knowledge. Every year I'm gonna be dressing better. Every year I'm gonna be feeling better. Every year I'm gonna be looking better. And that shit, you could look through my Facebook. You can look through whatever you want. And that's why that woman is with me to this fucking day. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
And I didn't have to marry her or put her in some type of contractual bind for her to stay with me. You understand? But the reason is because she saw a man that had a vision for himself. And she's like, you know what? I can see myself as a part of that vision. So I'm staying with this nigga no matter what. And I don't need a contract from the government to stay with him.
Right.
Oh, and I can't tell you how many fucking family members, shit, nigga, even my family members try to get in her ear and be like, what are you doing with this nigga?
Wow.
Y'all not married? Y'all ain't got no kids? Why stay with him? What are you?
He needs to make an honest woman of you. He needs to make an honest woman.
Yo, and I repeat, these are my family members. I'm not even gonna get into what her family members have to say.
Right.
These are my family members. The people that's supposed to be loyal to me, they're telling her, oh, well, what are you doing? And but it's been 18 years and she's still here, almost 19 now. You know what? As a matter of fact, we just passed August just passed, right? It's 19 now.
Oh, congrats, man. Congrats.
You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to brag or nothing, but what I'm saying is, when a woman sees a man that has a vision and goes after what he wants, it builds a sense of security. But the only time a man can look at himself and see what he wants is when he knows that he comes first. Is when he doesn't pedestalize the vagina. Is when he doesn't pedestalize feminine energy. Because let me tell you something: feminine energy can only be cultivated in the presence of masculinity. I'm gonna say that one more fucking time. True feminine energy can only be cultivated in the presence of masculine energy. And I'm explaining to you. Masculine energy provides direction and security. I did a video this week explaining that masculinity is freedom and femininity is survival. And I explained that masculinity, once you realize your direction and your purpose and you make the choice to manifest it, right? That's when a woman can look at you and say to herself, I can survive with him because he has a clear vision of his sense of freedom. And we all know that in order to protect freedom, what do we have to do? We have to secure it. You understand? When we come up with our idea of what living free means, any one of these live free Republicans, what you know they got?
Guns.
They got guns, my nigga.
They got guns.
They got fucking guns. You hear me? That's not by accident.
Right.
When a man understands his idea of freedom, all of the freedom is not free. Freedom comes with the construction of security. So when I say this is my idea of life and I have a vision for my idea of life, I create a certain level of freedom. But within that freedom, I also create boundaries. I create an environment of security. And that's what a woman can thrive in.
Right. That's
what she thrives in. But you're not going to get that by looking at women and falling in love and getting all dumbfounded just because she looked like Malika Terry.
Right. Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? You have to start with who you are and say, yo, I'm a man. This is what I want. This is what I want to do. And this is how I want my life to be.
Right.
And then when you meet a woman and she's hearing you speak and she sees the way you move, she's like, oh, this dude is consistent. This dude never miss a beat. This dude is always on time. This dude is always making money. See, a lot of niggas think it's about gold digging. No, it's about a consistency in providing for yourself. When a woman sees that you're consistent in providing resources for yourself, then she's like, yo, I could possibly survive with this dude. That's where the respect comes in. That's where the femininity comes in. But a lot of you dudes are actually putting the woman first. And that's where she loses respect for you. That's where she looks at you like, This dude he's too flexible. And if a dude is that flexible, then how can he create security? How can he create a secure environment for me to be effectively feminine? And then if I can't be effectively feminine, how can I produce children for him if I don't have any security around me based on who this man is and his identity? Because he's always worried about buying me flowers. He's not worried about providing me with security and buying a house and buying guns to protect that house and certain other things that need to be done. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a lot of y'all dudes don't understand. Like me personally, when I open doors for a woman, it has nothing to do with chivalry. It has everything to do with, I want everybody around to see that I am opening the door for my woman. So you have to wait to get through this door. You understand what I'm saying? That's the level of security that I'm talking about.
Right.
You understand? When I pull up to the spot and I park the car, my woman sits in the seat, and then I walk around. I make sure everything is cool in the vicinity, and then I open the car door for her to get out the car. Yeah, anybody looking at me like, oh, this nigga Miles is simping and shit. No, nigga, that's security.
Right. Right.
That's security. My woman and anybody that I'm with, my nephew or anybody, they don't get out the car until I have walked around the perimeter of the car and make sure that everything is cool. Now you can get out the car because the man that's in the leadership position has made sure everything is cool because I'm providing security. You see what I'm saying? But again, that has to do with me looking at who I am as a man, understanding that my level is up here. I'm the closest thing to God. Then there's my woman. And then everything else after that, children and the dog and all that shit.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
But again, when we say women are not better than you, that's what we're talking about. There is a hierarchy. There is a fucking patriarchy. I don't care what these social justice warriors is saying. You understand? Because you could be a social justice warrior, but a man is a warrior against everything else. Y'all niggas they're warriors for social justice. I'm a warrior for that fucking crazy nigga lurking in the bushes that's trying to fuck with my family.
Right.
I'm a warrior for that dude that's trying to interrupt my freedom that I provide for my woman and my kids. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it is, man. This manhood shit is far beyond just trying to get pussy.
Like that, and that's exactly why I said it's a perk. Like, women are a perk. They're like there's something that you get after you've done the work on yourself, right? Then that's when you could like focus on getting the women in your life and all that stuff. And this is not about, oh, I need to follow my purpose before I talk to women. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's, have you consistently worked on yourself as a man? Because that's a never-ending journey, right? There's layers and levels and responsibilities to that. Just like just like you've been saying. And to piggyback off that point you made about security, one of the biggest parts of security that a man can provide is being rigid and unshakable in who he is. Because if you're going to bend your personality and your opinions and your mindset and your plans just based on everybody else's feelings, there's no way anybody could feel safe around you. You can't even feel safe with you. You can't even feel safe around you because now you're bending to everybody's whim. And hey, a lot of people will like you, but nobody will respect you. And when no one respects you, that's when they can't wait to take advantage of you. They're going to try to take advantage of you physically, financially, mentally, every single way they can. They're going to try to steamroll you because you're so busy trying to fit every nook and cranny like an Entenmann's muffin that you are not, being rigid and still in who you are. So women are looking at you and they're seeing you be a chameleon, right? And a lot of women themselves are chameleons. So like, she's like, I'm a chameleon. This dude's a chameleon. We both chameleons. Now we got a whole like zoo and a menagerie going on here. Like, instead of a menage a trois, you got a menagerie going on because you both chameleons up in that piece. You know what I'm saying? So instead of you being rigid and solid and unshakable in who you are, no matter who gets offended, right? Because people could talk about gender equality and all that all they want. Yes, men and women both deserve human rights. Absolutely. Women should not be blocked from opportunities just because they're women. But at the end of the day, women themselves will trust a man much more in difficult situations because they've seen men, especially women who come from patriarchal backgrounds where they've seen productive masculine men teaching, right? Leading and producing, they're always going to trust a man more than one of their own friends or another woman in certain situations. And that's okay. Because me personally, I don't want to see women in dangerous situations. I don't want to see a woman having to figure out and scrape and claw and be a warrior and get herself roughed up. And I don't want women to be like that. Any woman I bring into my life and that's around me, I want her to be ultra feminine and get to express her femininity and protect her inner child to the utmost. Have her nails painted, her feet done, lay back, sit back, and just enjoy life and enjoy herself and not have to worry about the rough stuff of the world, right? If she wants to get an online business and do her thing and make money that way, congratulations. But I want her life to be easier because I brought her in it, right? It should not become harder. It should become easier. I'm going to use an example. So there's a chick I'm dealing with now, right? And we met her for lunch today or whatever. And she was like, oh, I'm supposed to be meeting with my friends later on for like some type of party or get together because it was my friend's birthday yesterday and we want to like celebrate today or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. So did y'all come up with a time and a place and all that yet? And she's like, oh no, it's still up in the air. It's still pending. I'm like, but y'all said y'all wanted to get together tonight. It's like a few hours away. Like y'all still haven't solidified nothing yet. She's like, no, I'm going to check my phone later and see if anything came through. So then when I'm on my way home, right, she hits me up. She's like, yeah, we're going to meet tonight at 8. An hour later, she hits me up. She's like, are you free? Because she canceled. Now, they flaking on their own friends, right? What do you think they're going to do to a guy who's a chameleon? She herself is already a chameleon, an octopus, whatever animal you want to use that could change its colors with ease, right? She's already unsure in a lot of ways, especially women in their 20s. They're very unsure of a lot of things. You know, a lot of them are very intelligent, but a lot of them are extremely unsure of themselves and extremely unsure of their next move. They want that rock, right? That stability, that security that you provide by being unmovable, unshakable, and indisputable. That's why we say that women are like the weather and men are like mountains, because men are supposed to be so rigid in who they are that a lot of people are like, yo, what's with this guy, bro? This like they get a little annoyed with you because you're like, what's with this dude? This dude's an asshole, but I respect him at the same time because he stands 10 toes down on his principles. Like a dude like Dave Chappelle, right? Stands 10 toes down on his principles. But come on, like despite you know what I'm saying, despite all the men who want to wear lipstick and wigs coming after him and all that, right? Because they're still trying to fool people. They might as well not put on makeup because you're not fooling nobody with them high cheekbones and that square jaw. No matter what type of heels and dress you put on, you ain't fooling nobody.
You're giving a bad name too.
A side note thing too, right? A man's eyes, a man's gaze is different from a woman's gaze. Gaze. A woman has a softer gaze than a man. So a lot of them dudes with the makeup and the wigs and the stuff on, they have they have the look of a dude in their eyes. So I could tell you looking at you a dude. So you're not fooling nobody. But I say all that to say this. Napoleon Hill said in Think and Grow Rich that you should make decisions quickly and change your mind slowly. That's what gives other people security, right? And trust in your leadership. So as a man, we are inherent warriors. We are inherent leaders. It's up to us to cultivate those qualities and maximize those qualities and understand that women are looking to you for guidance and security the same way you're looking to her for her femininity and nurturing, right? Women are not better than you. You be better than you every single day. You on mute, Miles. You on mute.
Mute. My bad. That's perfect, bro. We're gonna end it right there, man. That is perfect. Listen, women are not better than you guys. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep it right there. We gotta understand our identity, get in touch with our power, man. Understand how important masculinity is. So, Ed, man, you want to tell them about your YouTube channel?
No doubt. Feel free to follow me on subscribe to EdZone. That's EDDZone. EdZone. I talk about, social commentary in general. I talk about the vax. I talk about all different types of things, the dynamics between men and women. Just check it out. I got my nutrition series, gives you health tips that we don't hear about too much, especially on the mainstream media. Definitely check it out. I'm sure you'll find something useful there. Thanks for having me. There's the music right there.
Oh shit, my nigga got his autoplay shit popping off. Yeah, here go the channel right here. I just put it in the chat and shit. So y'all can get on there, man. Ed, it's always a pleasure, man. We're gonna do this next week. We're gonna be back to Tuesday next week, guys. We had to move some things around this week for and do it today. But we back to Tuesday next week. All right, fellas. So man, appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. Everybody in the chat, you know what I'm saying? It's always a pleasure having y'all hang out with us.
Hi,
Thanks
April.
It is. Yeah. What's up, April? What's up, Lucario? What's up? All of the moderators, Unique 79, yes, Bernie Unique. True Savage, Bernie, and everybody else, man, Joe Blast and all that. We appreciate you guys, man. We about to get out of here. So appreciate y'all for hanging with us. And y'all know what it is, man. Always remember the truth is inside you. Peace.
Peace.